guys, welcome back to the second part of this live charting with Valhalla technical analysis and trading. Today we're going to go through the remaining coins that I wanted to cover on Saturday but didn't have time to do. So we will cover the Tron coin because of some FA rumors going on. There are some rumors that we might be going to zero on this coin, so I want to check out what the charts say. We're going to go to FTM as well, which has been making, wow, I had all the charts on here, which has been making like some really nice waves throughout its short history. It's a coin that I like the chart a lot, so I'm going to be doing MASK as well, a coin that has seen a significant bounce in the past few days and for which we caught the top of this B wave here for the short. And I am expecting, if we just draw this here real quick, something like this. Whoops. Let's not do that. How about something like this? That'll work. All right. And I want to take a quick look at the BTC pairs for those pairs as well. And if I do have time, I'm going to want to take a look at XRP as well. So without further ado, the Tron coin, starting out with the weekly chart. Let's erase this disaster count here. Probably not even valid at this point, so let's just start over. Just like that. So we have a high volume spike here for the top of 1. So I'm thinking here maybe we had a truncated fifth up here. So let's zoom in just a little bit to figure out these waves. So anything that starts here and makes a low, you don't want to start your wave 1 until it makes a low. So we have that here. Start off with 1. I want to zoom in on that. Let's zoom into the 12-hour and see what we get. Okay. So basically we have an A, B, C in here. Maybe something like that there. WXY, maybe a double combo. Something like that for wave 2. Zooming back out. Checking the oscillators for wave 3. This is wave 3 right here. And as I suspected, this is probably a truncated fifth. And it's valid to expect it because we made a wave 3, which is extended 3.618 of the length of 1. So we have your 1, 2, 3, very strong, a deep 4, and a truncated fifth. Now, there is a possibility that we have a huge flat here. That doesn't impact much when it comes to the bearish waves that follow. So it's not really important whether the top of 3 is here or there at this point. It would have been important back then to measure the retracement, because you have the retracement either starts here and goes there. So this one would have almost retraced halfway for the flat. But if it's not a flat and it's actually a zigzag, you retrace it from up here and it pokes its way through this 5-0 pocket. So now we erase this and we look at the bearish waves. So what do we got here? This is a long correction. So I want to measure the retrace from here, because this is the end of a wave 5. This is where you need to retrace from. So you're nicking the top of the golden pocket up here, which doesn't qualify it for anything remotely close to a flat. So this does look like an impulse right here. So let's measure, not measure it, let's count it as an A. I will not give in to marking this as a triangle. I refuse. So you have an impulse here. You have a corrective structure upwards here. And you have what seems to me to be, in the bullish case, a C diagonal. And how would we count that? We'll draw it out and see if it's actually valid. If you're drawing out the diagonal, oftentimes you can see if it's respecting the rules or not. So for the ending diagonal, you have always three waves structure. So what you want to see here is a diagonal theory. So this is what you want to see. So you want to see a bunch of zigzags or whatever. Let's keep that in there. All right, and start counting down these waves. So if it's contracting, you're going to want a very strong one. So you have this like one right here. No, that's bad. Let's do that again. A, B, and C for 1. A, B, and C for 2. So you'd have a shorter 3. I don't know where to draw it because it's not playing out. But if this was a normal C, like maybe if this was an impulse, I would end it here. This would be the top of 2, and you'd have to have a really strong wave 3. So I'm really bearish on this coin. I do think it's a diagonal, but I don't know how to draw it yet. Since this is clearly an impulse of A, you got B, and you got another impulse for C. So 1 and a bunch of chop, 2, 3 has to end beyond wave 1, 4 has to retrace into wave 1, and 5 needs to finish beyond 3, but needs to be the shortest in a contracting diagonal. So I'm really stuck here because in order to draw your diagonal lines, you need to have at least 2 points. You need to have the 2 and the 4, you know? So right now we'd be stuck drawing it like this, and it wouldn't be valid, you know? But I'm going to do it anyway, just for shits and giggles. So the top of 1, the diagonal starts here. I want to use this line here, even though it's not okay to do so, but just as a guideline, you know? So this would be a valid ending diagonal. And I would say, you know, if it does bounce here, we're good. But if it even remotely loses this diagonal line, the coin is going to die at some point. So that's for Tron. Let's go and see the BTC pair. Oh my god, that looks horrible. Let's take these away. I've never seen a chart like this before. It has a bottoming shape right here, but it's losing and it's lost some valuable EMAs. So I don't trust this coin at all. Let's just take for granted that this might be an impulse, okay? It's valid. I mean, it's valid. It doesn't look very good, but it's valid. So, this is not the end of wave 5. This is the end of wave 5. This is a flat of some sort. That does not work though. Okay, so maybe 1, 2, and 3 here. 4 down here, and 5. That would work. Yeah, it would. All right, so my kill switch would be right here. If it loses that, I'll be thinking about a short because it has confluence here. I mean, it might get a bounce here, but who are we? I don't think so, you know? So, yeah. Yeah, that's the BTC pair. It really looks really horrible. I'm just going to draw these waves out just for the form. 3 and 4 here, and 5 up here. It's valid. Doesn't retrace into wave 1. 3 is not the shortest. It seems to be the strongest, so this is a valid impulse. So for this to bounce, we will need a solid bounce, either in the golden pocket or at the 786. So something like this. Or it dies. Moving on to FTM. Here's what I used to have. This is actually not so bad. Let's get rid of some of the superfluous stuff. See how small wave 3 is compared to wave 5 in this drawing? Actually, I should be in logarithmic for some of these charts. It makes it easier to look at. It makes wave 1 a lot longer as well, so yeah. So this is a valid 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for A. This is where I thought B would end. It's still not invalid. I'm going to leave it like that. Let's go into the 3 days and see how far off we are. This is actually invalid inside wave B. So what we want to see here is an ABC of some sort, or an WXY. But this count seems right in that this does look like an impulse. The volume is there. As you recall, we had this Odin zone, I think. It went right through, but it did end up yielding a significant bounce. So yeah, let's just remove this for now. If this is an impulse and this is still wave B, it can go a lot higher. Let's draw the fib retracement and see where we're at. So we haven't reached a 236 yet. So actually this does look better on the linear chart. Right there, like that. So I'm anticipating something at least here, if this is a B. But this doesn't look very good on the 382, so I'd prefer to see something more in this pocket here, right there. This is obviously the bearish count. If this does come up for a B, C would have to come down lower than wave A, as it's a zigzag. We proved that by mapping out this impulse here. So yeah, the bullish scenario would be as follows. Let's try something else. Wave 5. Bullish scenario would assume that this is actually A. This is B, and this is C, and that we're done and we're going upwards. It's plausible. The only thing I don't like about this count is how impulsive this B wave looks. I mean, I could clearly count 5 waves here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it actually invalidates the fact that this would be a wave 2 as well. So I think we need to go back to the drawing board on this coin. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to take more time charting this, and I'm going to come back with a few counts. No, let's see here. Yeah, I think maybe this 3 is not in the right place. Yeah, this is impulsive, so it could be a 5. Probably a 5. Let's go with that. This would be the 4. And the 3 would be up here. And you got your 1, which is not even remotely in the right place anymore. Up here. And we have a flat wave 2 correction. This would be probably a regular flat, I assume. Let me just look at the ratios real quick. Up to 1272, so that looks about right, wouldn't you say? Down and up. And all the way down to 1272. That's a regular flat, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now that that's said and done, this count looks pretty solid. And with that said, we can try to peg the correction again. All right, what is this? This does qualify as an impulse. I don't like this as a B wave, but I think it's the best we got. So let's label it that way. Impulsive A, corrective B, impulsive C, with an ending diagonal of epic proportions. So we got A, 1, 2, do we? Let's check that again. Here. Starting here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's not going to be pretty. Let's draw it. 4. Let's go. Not as bad as I thought, actually. Right there, and you got the breakout here. It still respected this line here just before wave 5. Actually, this could be a running flat. Something like this. No, that would not be valid. This is the best way we can draw it, I think. Well, we could just see the Odin zone right there. Where is it going? All right. Now that we have our corrective waves ironed out, this is the main count. I'm not going to say bullish or bearish because I don't know where it's going yet. So in my opinion right here, this new structure, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. There's too much volume in here for it not to be a wave 3. I think we can come down for a double bottom or something like that, and this could be a triple combo. I'm going to be counting it this way. Let's put it back green because it's bullish. And there you have it. I think I could place another Odin zone down here for you guys. I would take the confluence between this wave here and this one, as well as, let's see what kind of zones we have in this area. It's a 786. So let's try for something right there. I will iron it out and put it in the Discord a bit later. Okay, let's look at the BTC pair real quick. Then we can move on to mask, and I don't think I'm going to have time to do XRP today. All right, mask. This one actually has nicer waves than the Tron. The only thing I don't like is it pops in my eyes right here, actually. This here. Y'all know what that is, right? So either we go up from here, or we break down badly. I'm going to actually set an alert here on this to make sure that I'm aware if it ever goes through. Crossing once, all right. All right, I'm not going to do the waves on this one. It looks roughly the same from the USDT pair, so I'll move on to mask. This wick really bugs me. I wish I could get rid of it. Anyway, let's zoom in so we don't have to look at it. There we go. A bottoming pattern right here. See, bottoming patterns, you can tell right away it's the ending diagonal of a C wave. But this here, the structure here, it's not super bullish. I mean, it could be a diagonal, yeah. But because of the bullishness of this one, I mean, it could be a, when you have a leading diagonal, you can have two structures. You can have the 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. I think I may have said one too many threes, or you can have the 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. So this could be a case of a 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. And time will tell if this is actually a diagonal. It's not done. So as we have this one here, 2. This one can't be done because it's a 5-way structure on the third. And down and up. And after that, expect a very deep retrace for diagonals. And then upwards. I mean, this structure can always prove us wrong, and volume could pick up, and this could turn into an impulse and just like rip it, something like this. But the price action is just speaking against that case right now, so I don't like that. Yeah, there's a whole lot of volume in these candles here on for a wave one. But it is characteristic of the breakout waves. Once you're breaking out of this downward movement and it breaks out, you can have a significant volume on those moves. So yeah, all right. I think we've gone through the coins that I wanted to do today. We've done Tron, we've done FTM, and we've done Mask. And we've also done the BTC pairs for Tron and FTM. So I hope you enjoyed the charting today. I know it's not much, but it's what I wanted to do on Saturday. So I'm just catching up here. So you guys have a great day.